The one through line that I noticed, and the audience has noticed as well, is for our shit stunts.
He won't let him go.
I fucking love
He won't let
stunts
him go because
and physical comedy. I always have. My first video on YouTube was like Logan does stunts. They are my favorite. So yeah, we're still gonna do some dumb, stupid physical shit.
We were two vlogs into this new style, and it's 9 in the morning, and he wheels into my room with a lawnmower, and I go and so like a lot of the stuff like. Yeah, I'll stop him occasionally and be like, yo, stop filming. Let me talk to you. What the fuck are you doing right now?
Right.
Why are you turning a lawnmower on in my bedroom and you're about to drop fruit into it? This is not the style anymore, bro. We're hanging out with fucking, we're building this shit off of relationships, off of fucking doing dope shit, partying, like the shit that people want to see that are aged up. And he goes, I will never stop doing stunts.
Bro, I've been wanting to
we
flip
rolled
a
down
lawnmower upside down for years.
He's like, I always wanted to
For
fucking do this.
Look, honestly, that sounds appealing to me.
Yeah,
I didn't even
It's
see that one,
fucking
but I
fun.
like the idea of that.
It's just fun, dumb shit that you can be destructive because we can. I read this comment. Logan Paul years ago does stupid things. Logan Paul now does stupid things with a helmet. And it's so accurate. Like
that was about us rolling down the hill on chairs, right?
Yeah.
So we rolled down a hill on office chairs just like these
Linked
that he
together.
linked together, 6 of them in a circle, and he goes, he'll tell me like, I'll be like, yo, I have to go to like a business meeting today, and he's like, no, you don't. You're rolling down hills on chairs today. And I'm like, yo, this literally has, like, there's some things that we're doing on the side right now that have potential multi-hundred million dollar exits. And I'll be like, yo, this is a very important meeting that we're all at today. And he's like, we roll down hills on chairs first.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't give
We
a
roll down
fuck what's happening in the
we
business.
roll down
Not-
hills
not a
on chairs
single-
before anything else. And so then 2 seconds later, I'm sitting with a fucking Protec helmet on, those glasses that are really close in the middle, the green ones that make you look like a complete moron, rolling down a very steep hill in an office chair, crashing into garbage cans.
Wow.
And then we walk in the house. We get changed into some off-white or some kit or whatever, and we drive to fucking Calabasas and have a meeting about whatever. And then we go back, and 2 minutes later, he's got a lawnmower flips upside down, and he's shooting fruit at me. Like, I don't know if people are able to understand the versatility of the fucking situation. Like,
Right.
it's so fucking vast.
There's
like,
a certain thrill to that. It's like you're flooding your brain with a whole lot of different sources
much,
of
bro.
pleasure, and like there's a real thing about that. Like the feeling when you get through a whole day where you did so much shit, so much different
He's
shit,
nasty at
and you
it,
just
bro.
feel like accomplished as fuck is a brilliant feeling.
That's my favorite
He's
feeling. My
nasty at
favorite
it.
feeling in the world. Like end of the day, I am exhausted because every emotion and every physical like thing that I could have done happened and transpired in the last 18 hours.
Yeah, you really took advantage of that time period. You know, it's like especially with the physical exhaustion from training or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a great part of it.
agree.
How many YouTubers do you think are working that hard? Like think about a normal like Monday for us. Wake up 9 a.m. Sometimes there's a business meeting 9 to 10. We sit on set. We do 2, maybe even 3 podcasts. We shoot all day. Then he gets out. He gets the vlog camera and starts shooting a vlog. Then we have a meeting at 6. Sometimes we'll have a meeting at 8 and then a dinner at 9:30. That's a normal Monday. The rest of the week is like 60 to 75% of that. But like, how many YouTubers are truly doing that much
The
work?
answer is no one. And I'll tell you why. It's not just YouTubers, bro. Like I cannot and will not be outworked. That's my secret sauce. I've said it 1,000 times. Just my work ethic is literally unparalleled. I posted this when I went to train with Jake. I said there's 3 people in the world who work harder than me. It's Jake.
Your dad?
No.
Oh,
Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, people work hard, but I work both hard and smart. That's my fucking edge.
You saw that Kevin Hart documentary?
I did. I
watched it.
I got 3-4 episodes in. I was actually my
The 4th episode is where it becomes a Chase Bank documentary. So up until that point is when it's pretty.
Is it sponsored?
There's like a huge sponsored chunk.
Shut the fuck up.
Honestly, you should watch it just to see how weird it is that all of a sudden you have like Chase executives of color, like they sent their like 3 black employees,
why?
and they were
Why?
just like to explain how Chase is so great.
Shut the fuck
It's
up.
the weirdest, most awkward brand integration I've ever seen in a piece of content.
So they probably funded the whole project.
I mean, there's so much branded shit in that. You see him drinking Perrier the whole time.
Oh, I did notice that. There was another part where he was talking about where he was gonna go eat, and I was like, yo, he said this like 3 or 4 times.
There's a lot
dude.
of good Nike placement in there too. Like, it's not just that he's like wearing bad Nike. It's that Nike. Oh, look, Nike sent a package for the kid. Isn't that great?
Yo, we've been
I did
we've
see
been
that
had,
episode.
bro. We've been had.
Yeah.
We were getting advertised.
The
to.
more that I talk to people who really work in like high level productions and shit, and I start to realize how much ad integration there is into shit, it's just like This is
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand, dude, because like one thing that like we know, and I think a lot of other YouTubers are getting smart about, is like, yo, brand deals are like, that's not the vibe, dude. Like you wanna be building IP, bro. And I think the smartest, obviously at the highest level, Kevin Hart is getting crazy fucking money. That's a different story. But like, and I almost don't even really want to talk about this because I don't want to like fuck up YouTubers who are getting like decent money off brand deals because they're probably not going to succeed in building IP because it's not fucking easy. But like for example, the best at it right now are like, I mean, he's the best of all time. 2017 Logan Paul is the best of all time at building IP. Massive
Explain
year.
what you mean by IP.
So like building a brand,
building
your own brand. I mean, Maverick was going to be the biggest fucking like it was his first year, bro.
To be. Have you given up on it to an extent?
But just like follow the trajectory. 2017, $35 million first year clothing sales, first fucking year. Jeez. And this kid's trajectory was like this. That was just when he was starting to hang out with Kevin Hart, just when he was starting to hang out with The Rock, all those guys. He was starting to be in fucking, that thing would have done 50, 2018, 75, would have got investor money, gone to the fucking moon. You'd be talking about $1 billion exit for an influencer. Literally, it was happening. Like this isn't a pipe dream. It was going to happen. Tokyo obviously made that stop. Or sorry, made that pause.
Slow down.
For a second, slow down. Right now, the Nelk Boys, crushing it, bro. Crushing it, building Nelk Boys apparel, building whatever CBD, fitness, like they're crushing on IP. They don't want your $150,000 brand deal. They don't want your $200,000 brand deal. Every time they do a merch drop, they do one day fucking $2.5, $3 million of sales, if not more than that. So what do they care about your $100,000? They don't give a shit. And so like the smartest YouTubers and influencers right now are building IP, and you've seen it across the board. Jeffree Star, David to an extent, right? Like I wonder how clickbait does.
Building brands upon your content, you know, that's what it's all about for sure. Like just being able to have something that you've built up through your content, but then exists outside of it.
Yep.
And even just your image and likeness. Like I don't even know that it always has to be propelled that much by your content. He did a nasty with it always being in the content, but still feeling organic. But I think like you know. The night shift stuff is new, obviously, but he would attest that it's doing crazy fucking good. And I do most of my sales off like Instagram, like posting pictures like in the lifestyle, like in the culture and shit, as opposed to like always talking about it on the vlogs. But
do you have IP besides the kendamas and
no jumper clothing? You do really good sales.
The clothing does crazy. The kendamas go crazy. We got the Answer Shit clothing line.
Is there a message behind your brand?
The message is that we want to be a platform to help young creators, help create a platform that will give people a chance early on and be able to really contextualize people early on in their careers in order, because, you know, it's like I started doing interviews as opposed to like doing vlogs. And now when I think about it, every interview is basically just a collab. It's like I got a different rapper to come to my crib and like make a little YouTube video, except it's an interview, you know? So anyway, we weren't not talking about Mike. Mike, how you doing?
How long till you move out realistically?
Well, I mean, bro, like, that's a good question. How fucking, it's another example of just like how fucking weird I am as a person. Like, let's be honest.
The Migos are the Migos because they stick together. They don't go off and do their own thing. Once everybody starts moving out, that's when problems come about. I don't want to see the Migos break up.
I told them this before. I always hated the thought that somebody could assume that I have to live at his house. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I own property on the East Coast. I'll probably buy more shit out here soon. Like I don't have to be there. I've had this conversation and he goes, who gives a fuck? And he's right, by the way. I'm still in this stage where I'm like slightly affected by the shit that people say online. He's done with it. I'm sure you're way fucking done with it. Way done. And so like you see that kind of shit and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? These people think that I'm this. I am fucking weird. I'm 35 years old. I live with a controversial YouTuber. Now I date the biggest porn star in the world. Like I got a weird situation, but that's who I am. Like authentically.
Retired porn
star. But me and him, our relationship, and by the way, like the relationship that has kind of reinvented some of his content because of what it's done from an aging standpoint. And like, you know, like he's given me my entire platform, but there's a lot of people that would go and say, yo, I didn't watch him because he made really young content. And then when I saw Mike, I'm a 40-year-old construction worker from New Jersey. I fuck with Mike, and now I watch his shit too.
Logan was hurting for the 40-year-old
No, he
construction
wasn't. He
worker in New
wasn't.
Jersey
Trust
market.
me. But let me.
Good market.
He's talking about half a percentile.
It's facts. But
It doesn't even need to be said.
but also, I mean,
Here's what you did do.
hold on.
Here's what I'll give you credit for. You were my big brother. I never had one. I didn't know what was cool. I didn't know what was funny. I didn't know how to interact with adults. Now I do, because I got my big bro. That's what you did. It was you from a social media standpoint.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't attribute.
No,
the growth.
and that's
Personally, absolutely. Mike.
The lawnmower with the fruit being thrown into it, that will keep you young. Like once you decide, because it's very reasonable to think like I'm gonna go get my own apartment. I'll be able to like segment up my life. I can go do the stuff with Logan. I can go do the funny lawnmower content. But it's something about the fact that you can't control, like being in that environment. As soon as you get out of that environment, you start aging yourself away from the audience in a way. Don't you think?
I probably won't bounce anytime soon. And also just because this is a very misunderstood like relationship and like mislabeled relationship. Like there's the majority of this shit, obviously, because he makes 5-minute videos and I make fucking 8-minute videos and we have 1-2 podcasts a week. The majority of this relationship is shit that people have no fucking idea about. Like they don't know what drives this relationship. They don't know the symbiotic nature of it and what business advice is there. What, like he just brought up like the culture, like what he's done for my life, like as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit is not on display. And that's the kind of shit that keeps me at the house. It's not like I can show up and do 2 podcasts and a vlog. We literally like this is not a social media relationship. This shit all goes away tomorrow. We're hanging out.
That's
We're
what I said. We've been friends
this is a
for
brotherhood.
while.
We've been friends for 5 fucking years. Like this is not like, oh, there's gonna be some art. Do you know how much we argue? We've been so close to fist fights so many times. It's a miracle
How did it
that
not
we have
happen?
not
People held you back.
We've probably been
I pushed him in Miami.
hard.
I pushed him real hard in Miami.
Really?
Real hard. And I actually regret not calling him a fatty at that exact moment.
No, that was a different day.
No,
you're talking.
what?
Are you talking about the chair? Or are you talking about?
Yeah, I pushed him. I didn't say fatty, but like I really wish I would have.
He wishes he added like a verbal assault.
I wish it would have been like this, fatty, but I didn't.
What, just to soften the blow a little bit?
No,
make it fun?
to make it
Not
worse.
to make it worse, yeah. Because
Why, you feel fat?
I need to slim up a little. He knows that it's a hard point for me. I know I'm not fat. I was 280. I was 285 pounds. I'm 200 pounds now. At 6'3".
I saw red. I didn't see red, but like I don't know. I really wish it was like, you know, 2 boys fighting each other. Like I wish I would have made it a little harder. But nah, I just pushed him, and then he threw a metal chair at me.
A very heavy chair.
Very
at his face.
metal chair. I was like, whoa.
So normally he's had like 4 or 5 blow-ups on me. One in Sweden. There's been a couple that we've been through.
What happened in Sweden?
Where I kept like talking about like thoughts that you were fucking with in front of like that chick that you were with, and you remember you flipped out on me in the spa bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "What do you do? Punch me in the face?" And he's like, "Well, how else am I gonna get you to fucking listen or whatever?" We had that whole like blow up in the bathroom.
And I was right, bro.
No, I know, but anyways, but this was the one time where he went red, but I went fucking. Whatever astronomical level is past that, I picked up a fucking massive chair. I threw it at his face. I smashed another chair on the fucking floor. It was like like I went East Coast Mike. Wow. Like I went old school shit. I was drooling out of him. Like I was
he almost completely severed his relationship with Lana because she saw that version of him and she's like, I don't want to
be anywhere near
with a man who